Hello, welcome back to my channel. Surprise stream here with Matteus because Matteus wanted to come on for the stream. So big up to everyone in here. Matteus, I guess you wanted to come on, so you can start off. What is your honest opinion on the game after the match happened?
Was a good win, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes was awful. Like literally, we could have been 4-5-0 down easily. Yeah, it was just all over the place. Like there were times where Palace was just fucking bullying us in every department. They were winning the ball, they were playing really fast, and when they were in the attack, I feel like we had no defense. It's like there was no they were having 4 or 5 Palace players in our box and no defenders around them.
Yeah,
It was like,
and
what
you know what I noticed as well, yeah? Gvardiol kept shifting into the left back area because O'Reilly
Yeah,
was pushing up.
Yeah, the instruction was because if he was playing 2 holding midfielders, which in Kovacic and Nico Gonzalez. Kovacic was brilliant, by the way. He done really well. So if he was playing with 2 holding midfielders, then that means the wingers were like our width, because McAtee, he was a player here where he entrusted him to get into the box just to make up numbers because he's got that sense of goal. And on the other side, he had Marmoush. He wanted Marmoush to be in the box when KDB had the ball. So in that sense, then the 2 fullbacks, they had to go really high up the pitch. But yeah, Palace was he was causing all sorts of problems in the first 20 minutes. But after that, when we scored the first goal from KDB, what a free kick, by the way, it was unreal, man.
This man is not finished.
Yeah,
anyone who tells you he's finished, he's not finished.
Which well, we all know it, innit? So, and then as soon as we scored the first goal, but let's not forget that even when we were 1-0 or 2-0 down, KDB was still the player that were making things happen. Winning the ball, he was trying to pull the ball, like just play the ball fast to Marmoush, and he had that 1v1. He has to score. You can't go down claiming for a foul in that. You got.
I thought he took too many touches as well. Took way too many touches.
Listen, it's never a penalty. It was just a slight arm on you. It's just to take off balance, but it's not a penalty. You as an attacking player, you got to make sure you stay in your feet, put the ball in the back.
You know what I think of, I think about Aguero. He never went down. He stuck on his feet and he got goals.
You 1v1 with the goalkeeper, pick a corner, bang. That's it. You don't need to go, because if you go down claiming the penalty, then we can also miss that penalty. Do you know what I mean? But if you take your chances and put it in the back of the net, it's 1-0. Because the penalty is 50-50. It's not a guaranteed goal.
Especially, I've never seen Marmoush take a penalty.
Yeah, listen, and we're not that great on penalties, are we?
Yeah, we're not. Who do we have that can take a penalty? Other than Haaland, and he's not taking them very well.
He would probably be Gundo or KDB. But
I don't think Gundogan's penalties are not that good either, though.
Yeah, it's not. It's awful. Come on. But after the first goal, I feel like we got into the game. We were pressing. We got the second goal, and then they're like, right, okay. I feel like even going to a half time, we're like, okay, we're gonna make some tactical adjustments there and there with just a few players, their position and whatnot, and we go again. Start the second half, bang, 3-2. Which was what we planned, and then we just controlled the game. Palace, I don't think Palace had many chances in the second half. They were really poor, but I feel like they regretted not to make.
I feel like Palace collapsed a bit. We played a great game, but I feel like a lot of that is also on Palace just collapsing and losing their head. And what I've been seeing all over Twitter here, which is why I've not been on Twitter today after the game, a lot of people have been like, wow, tactical brilliance by Pep. Now, Pep has had moments where I thought he made a mistake, and I've admitted that I was wrong. Bournemouth game, I admitted that I was wrong after that game, because Pep actually made correct substitutions. This game, I think Pep Guardiola has been very lucky. with the performance that some of these players put in. I think all of these players, bar a few, put in incredible performance after that second goal. They decided we're going to start playing better now, especially after the free kick by De Bruyne. If you look at how De Bruyne, Marmoush were sprinting all game, Kovacic, like even the slower players were just running, trying to get back into this game because they knew that this was not acceptable. And a lot of moments where De Bruyne drops deeper, that was not what Pep wanted him to do, because that's not what he was doing at the start of the game. De Bruyne just decided, I'm going to drop deep now, and I'm going to do what I want, even if Pep doesn't like it. And maybe that's an instruction by Pep, sure, but let's be honest, it probably isn't. But De Bruyne decided, I'm going to drop deep now, I'm going to do what I want, and that's how he goes back into this game. This has been one of the best games by De Bruyne since the treble season. Forget the forward beat, since the treble season. He's been very good, and what I did say though is he can only play 60 minutes. After like 60-65 minutes, he began misplacing a lot of passes, being a bit sluggish and stuff. But this is a guy, if you have him next season, which we will not, but if we had him next season, this is a guy you can bring off the bench to make an impact, because that is what he does. Gundogan as well. I don't think Gundogan is good enough to be here anymore next season. But what I will say, even though he's invisible off the ball, which is a big problem, on the ball, he still plays some very good balls forwards, which we have not gotten from Bernardo Silva, for example. Bernardo Silva, like, bro, it's a meme at this point. He turns around and walks backwards with the ball. Meanwhile, Gundogan, was it the third goal, I believe, plays the ball through for O'Reilly. O'Reilly cuts it back, and then De Bruyne lays it off for Kovacic. Kovacic, brilliant game today. People were blaming Kovacic for the first two goals, which I don't think is his fault, because handling transitions is Nico Gonzalez's job. He's the 6. Kovacic is the 8. Kovacic will support Nico Gonzalez, but when we're in transition, conceding to a counter, you can't just pocket blame Kovacic. He's had his poor games this season, but this is not one of them. And this game, he's been very, very solid all game, honestly. There's a lot of players who, even though I think some of them have to go, they put in a performance today. You're muted.
Sorry. I get your point, but I kind of disagree. I feel like Pep done a lot of things right. My only criticism is with the tactical approach he chose. He would have been better playing Nunes as a right back. If he's going for the fullbacks pushing so high, Nunes is really good at that, especially like carrying the ball, like giving that options to attack. Going further, just push further forward rather than tucking to midfield. I feel like Nunes would be more suitable than Rico Lewis.
Yeah, Rico Lewis played because of that, like he scored every game.
Yeah, there was. Listen, the problem with Rico Lewis, there was a couple of shaky moments. I don't think he done that bad, but I just don't feel like he's up the level.
Now, here's the thing: Rico Lewis is really good in midfield, but he's not a defender.
Yeah. However, I feel like even when in the second half, especially in the second half, he adjusted a few things. The way we were pressing was a bit different. The way we were like trying to win the ball back really quick in terms of who is pressing who's pressing who. We kind of lost. We looked a bit lost in the first half, but in the second half, the way the players was like the position of the players changed a little bit. In terms, you could have seen that Kovacic was getting more at the ball, winning the ball back, like dictating the game. But we didn't see that in the first half, and that's credit to the manager, by the way. Listen, we won, but there's quite a lot of positives in terms of Nico Riley. And brilliant. What a player that we got. That Zizou's signature that he did in our box. Do you remember? He won the ball and he just turned it, and it was like, "For
he's so comfy on the ball. He's so comfy on the ball, and he can defend.
He's really physical. He was winning his physical battle. That's what we need. Do you know what I mean? and if you see the difference between him and Rico, obviously the physicality is Rico doesn't have much physicality. The problem with Rico Lewis is he tries to win the foul before playing the ball. It's like, right, okay, I'm stuck here. I'll try to win the foul rather than, right, okay, I need to play that ball quick. Do you know what I mean? You always have, right, okay, I would need to win the foul. I need to win the foul. And he's always on the ground. Sometimes when you play like that, there'll be at times, especially against big teams, if you've got that mentality, the referee won't give you a foul and the team will be in the counter straight away. You've got to be smart.
That's the thing. Really that's the thing with Lewis, though, because he lacks that physicality. He can't be on a right back. I think a right back needs to be a bit physical. He doesn't have physicality for that. Any position in football, really, you need a minimum amount of physicality. People talk about like Messi. Oh, Messi was such a small player. He was a physical player. He could bully players who were taller than him, way taller than him.
Messi was getting kicked and still running with the ball.
Like, and that's why it's so weird to me when people tell me, "Oh, but Messi wasn't physical." What? You need to be physical in football. It's a contact sport. Yeah. And
let's just go. If you go into all the players, let's start with the goalkeeper. Second goal, shambles.
Ederson, second goal.
What are you doing?
Yeah, on first. Let's start with the first goal. Let's go through the game for Ederson.
Yeah, if you're coming out of your goal during corners, you have to make sure you punch the ball, you win that ball. There's no point of you coming out and miss it. Yeah, I know it happens. However, it was poor. Yeah, centre backs, Vardio. Listen, you know my opinion just for Vardio.
Yeah. You're on mute. Okay, so Matteus will be back to say his point in a second, but so what I want to say on Ederson, just going through the game, he's the first goal, he can't do anything about that. Like, he can't do anything about the first goal. That was just dead ball defending. Far post again. We've had that problem all season long. We had that problem last season as well, by the way. That's a problem we get over from the forward beat. So Ederson can't do anything. His distribution was good. But the thing is with me, because people talk about Ederson distribution. Oh, he got another assist. Great. I want a goalkeeper who can stop shots. He's great at passing, sure. But I want a goalkeeper who will save shot. And Ederson, he should have been stronger in that corner to claim the ball. He goes down a bit too easy. He misses the ball when he jumps for it, and then he goes down because he realizes, fuck, I missed the ball. And we need a goalkeeper who doesn't make those mistakes, because
the problem with Ederson, it's like, see, everyone now forgets what he's done for the second goal because he had an assist. So every single thing he's done that before, he's forgotten. Just forget about his performance. It's about his assist. So we don't need that from our goalkeeper. So let's just go back to what my point is. Centre back, Josko Vardio. You guys know my opinion on Josko Vardio. Yeah. I don't rate Vardio. However, the past 3-4 games he's been playing centre back, I've been really impressed in terms of how is he dealing with the opposition, and I need to give him his flowers. He's been brilliant, and so may his form continues to be fair. Listen, if he's playing well, I'm happy.
Absolutely.
If he's not playing well, I'll call it out.
It's what I fear, though. It's what I fear.
However, Ruben Diaz, let's go back to September, beginning of the season. I said this guy has been our weakest link at the back, and I'm keeping being proved right. The guy's been awful, giving the ball away, out of position all the time. Just because you shout all the time, looking good for the camera, doesn't mean you have to forget how to defend. You need to keep the basic right. It's been poor. It was poor today. Don't get me wrong. It was absolute awful. That right hand side, when the cross came in, how many times? Every time they were trying to cross it from the left, there was no one in the back post. Where is Diaz?
Exactly.
Where's Rico Lewis? What's going on in there?
That's been a problem all season.
Yeah,
it's been a problem since the 4th beat season.
Yeah, the traffic light. We signed a £60 million player. As I say, he's a traffic police. Do you know what I mean? He's just there directing with his hand all the time. Listen, he wasn't too bad, but he wasn't brilliant. That makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
And Kovacic was probably one of the best bunch in the midfield. KDB run the show, but Makite, he needs to keep his composure. Yeah, I know he's first season in the team. However, when in front of goal, he needs to be really composed. I think he had a chance in the 80th minute. I think it's the very first chance of the game, where he looked like he was in a training ground with that goalkeeper. What's that all about? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you've got the time. Give it a first touch, pick a corner, bang. Yeah, he had a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, but however,
what I have with McAtee is he's a good player, but not good enough for us.
But to be fair to McAtee, his movement in terms of getting the box, flying, do you know what I mean? He was quality. Because how many times we've been crying out for midfielders to get into the box, attacking the box. McAtee was doing that. So fair play to him, because let's face it, if we had Bernardo Silva in there, he wouldn't score. Bernardo Silva doesn't attack the box.
The second goal also doesn't happen.
Because the second goal doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? It's because he likes to be in the box. He likes to attack in the box. Marmoush, I said when I was watching Marmoush today, don't get me wrong, I said that if we had Julian Alvarez and Marmoush up front, we would cause a lot of teams trouble. The work rate, like literally the way they work their ass off the ball, is unreal. And when they have the ball, they're so direct. Do you know what I mean? They're not afraid to take players on. As soon as they got the ball, right, let's go at them.
They want to be in the box. They don't just
want to score goals. They want to score goals. If that makes sense, it's just like Alvarez. Yeah, that's why when we don't have Haaland, if we had Marmoush and Alvarez in there up front, just causing chaos in the opposition box, it would be tremendous. But we don't. We got Marmoush there. He was brilliant. He was working socks off. He was really good off the ball. Even when he had the ball, as soon as he win the ball, he was attacking straight away. Do you know what I mean? He had a purpose on him, and I really like what I saw from him.
And he always, this is another thing, he always ran central, because who was pushing up? It was O'Reilly. O'Reilly was pushing up, keeping the width. Marmoush ran central. And that's also something that I think helped a lot.
Yeah.
Marmoush, by the way, he makes 2 really good chances. Both of them were missed. But he made 2 really good chances as well. He wasn't just providing a
He should have scored the first one. He should have scored.
Yeah, he should have scored that. But he wasn't just scoring his chance. The one he scored was a very good finish, by the way. But he also created for other players. And we've not really seen that a lot from Marmoush yet. But if he can keep that up, I'm not saying he will be a left winger. I don't think he will be. But he can play left wing at times.
I think he will.
I think he'll be a squad player who will play. One game you'll play here, another game you'll play there. I think that's what he'll be. I
don't think he will. Because let's face it, how much he's on 290k a week and he costs us 70 mil. That's the price of first team player. You can't keep that guy on the bench. Especially
I think he will play. Good player. I think he will play, but I don't think he'll play in the same position every game.
I think he will play. The problem is, when we get some certain players back, and I mean, let's see, for example, for me, next game, Diaz is out of the team. Kusanov is in. Kusanov and Vardy. And Nick O'Reilly keeping his place at left back. I would bring Nunes, but for me, Diaz is out of the team. And however, my problem is Vardy doesn't really look that comfortable as a left back than he is looking as a centre back right now. But the manager's got a conundrum, because next week it looks like Akanji's coming back.
Akanji right back.
I don't think Akanji's going to play right back. I feel like he needs Akanji centre back in, and he's gonna play Josko Vardy as a left back, because you need to remember, everyone needs to remember that he went out there and paid 77 mil for Vardy to play left back, never to play centre back. The only reason why Vardy is playing centre back is because, number one, all his centre back that he's trust is all injured. Ake, Akanji, and Stones. He's got two new young lads, and Kusanov and Rita Reis. However, at this time of the season where he's battling for top 4, he's going to play the guys he trusts in terms of that back line. Although Nick O'Reilly is a young lad, we can make an argument, or why is he playing O'Reilly instead? It's because he gave O'Reilly a chance and O'Reilly took it, because he can't just turn around next game and put O'Reilly on the bench. The fan base,
if he benches O'Reilly now, the fans will shout him. He can't bench O'Reilly.
Let's say we're going to the next game and O'Reilly's on the bench. Everyone who's asking questions, why is O'Reilly on the bench? At the moment, if Kusanov is on the bench and you've got Diaz and Vardy, no one really is asking question. If that makes sense.
I'm asking questions because I think Diaz should be on the bench.
Let me finish. Next game, if he goes to a centre-back partnership in terms of Kovacic, Kusanov and Diaz, and Vardy left back, there'll be more questions asked than keeping the same back line, because people will ask, why Vardy left back again?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying? And they will also ask, why is Vardy left back? But they will also ask, why is Nick O'Reilly on the bench?
Yeah, like they're asking Oscar Bob, by the way.
Right now, there hasn't been that many questions because Vardy is playing well centre back. That's why, because Kusanov is not there, everyone's kind of chill.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? People are just asking, why is Kusanov not getting game time? That's just one question. But if he change it, that'll go from one question to 2.
Yeah, I hear you. And now here's the thing. I don't think he'll play Akanji right back, because I think Nunez is going to play right back, because Nunez is able to push.
Akanji doesn't have the speed.
Yeah, Akanji doesn't have the speed. He will never play Kusanov right back, because Kusanov, he's got the speed, but attacking wise, he doesn't really provide anything, Kusanov. So he won't play Kusanov right back. So he wants to play Diaz, but I think Diaz really needs rest. He looks bad this season. Yeah. So what I will do with Diaz is put him on the bench and see if he gets better in a game against a weaker opponent. We get Wolves not too far in the future. Play Diaz there with a bit of rest. See if he looks better. See if he looks.
Do you know when I start questioning Diaz? That was West Ham away.
At start of the season.
No, West Ham away this season.
Yeah, that was at the start of the season.
Yeah, that was our second game.
Yeah.
And I was questioning Diaz back then.
Mm-hmm.
That was in August.
Yeah. But
we're now April, nothing has changed. The guy's not been good enough.
I agree. I can't say anything. My thing is, I will never question play it over a single game, because players can have bad games. But if it continues for like 5 games in a row, then it's like, what are you doing here? And even Diaz, he's had okay games, but has he had any really good games so far this season? I don't really think so. I can't immediately think of any game where he's been outstanding. Ruben Diaz, because people talk about him as a captain. I don't want him as captain next season. I want Haaland to be captain next season, because Haaland has leadership and he's the goal scorer, so everyone pays attention to him. Ruben Diaz, what he needs is honestly to focus on himself, because he is, as you said, he's policing everyone. He needs to focus on himself. He's very often not in position. You remember when Carl Walker became captain and he's out of
his position all the time.
Yeah. You remember when Carl Walker became captain? He was never in position after that, because he was constantly talking to other players. He was telling players where to be, but he was never where he was supposed to be. I think it's a bit of the same thing. You can't make Ruben Diaz captain, I think, because he's just not. He is just not a player that can be captain. He's a player that needs to focus on himself. Also, way too much defending on his feet. Because here's the thing, yeah. Ruben Diaz, when he first came in, why was he so good? Not because he was defending on his feet and all that, because he was sliding in there, stopping players from having shots in the box, stopping players from doing anything in the box. All this defending on your feet, I understand where it's coming from, but you can't defend on your feet all the time. And Ruben Diaz, he doesn't really go down anymore, does he?
No. It's like he can't even do the basic. He gave the ball away a lot of time today. His passing is off. His position is all over the gaff. He
doesn't play long balls either. Gvardiol does. He doesn't.
Because we all like. There's one thing that we know about Ruben Diaz. He's not fast. However, his position has always been really good. But now, he's not fast. His position is all over the place. His passing is awful. It's like, what are you doing? And let's not forget, Ruben Diaz has been poor since last season.
He's had poor games last season, but he wasn't poor all season. I think he's gotten worse this season.
Yeah. But it's a question we need to start asking, like, because we can't just keep playing players, based on what they did in the past. Because at the end of the day, the reason why we're going to this rebuild, is because the players that did well in the past, they can't do that anymore. That's why we bring new players in.
Yeah.
Is it time to bring Kusanov back in the defense alongside Vardio?
I think so. I think Ruben Diaz. I'm not saying Ruben Diaz needs to be sold yet, but I think Ruben Diaz needs to show next season you're still our guy, or if he can't show next season that he's still our guy, then he has to go, I think. But I will not sell Ruben Diaz.
I'm not saying he has to go, but
I'm not saying that.
We have to keep everyone on their toes, don't we?
Yeah, and sometimes it's good to be benched.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you realize, oh fuck, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Because player can't just be here because I'll be in a lineup, doesn't matter what. Because that's what's everyone. That's how the whole problem starts. Because the manager, they know that doesn't matter what they do, the manager will pick them. But let's say today, today, look how much better we're looking going forward in terms of, especially in that second half. But we all know now. We all know next game, Bernardo Silva is going to go back to the starting 11.
Who do we play next game? Actually, I don't know.
Well, that's what Pep does. Yeah, every time Bernardo Silva is not playing there, we score a lot of goals, and the next game he brings him back.
Oh, you know why he'll play as well? It's Everton. Everton away. He'll want control because Everton is informed right now.
What do you mean Bernardo Silva doesn't offer any control?
Yeah, but that's what Pep thinks.
Because you drop deep into the centre half to play a pass to the left back or to the right back doesn't mean you're controlling the game.
But he slows down the game, and Pep likes that. Pep equates slowing down the game to controlling the game. That's the problem.
Unbelievable.
No, but that's Pep though. He's done that a lot. What he's done as well here is, look at where De Bruyne was playing, by the way. Okay, this time it worked out, false 9. But against Man United, you needed a focal point against Man United because they play with a back 5, and we needed to spam crosses. We had nobody to spam crosses in Man United's game. What do we need to break down Everton? We need someone who can get in a cross. We need someone who can play a through ball in case of a counter. And we need someone who can score. We need those 3 to break down Everton. Who are we going to play with against Everton? Marmoush? Probably left wing again. Savinho, will he play? I don't think so. And if he does play, he'll play false 9. And he can't score. It's finishing, by the way, Savinho. Do you want to know a crazy statistic on Savinho?
Go on.
He has underperformed his XG by a metric of -4, which is equivalent to some of the worst finishing in the Premier League.
He doesn't score goals, does he?
No, he misses a statistic every second game.
Yeah, he doesn't score goals. He's
good at
dribbling, just like Doku, but the end of the day, he just there's like a brain fart every time he's next to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, you know what, yeah? When he was at Girona, he scored a lot more. But you know what it was, yeah? He had
No, not really. He scored 5 goals for Girona. He
scored 9 goals. 9 goals in the league alone.
The league?
Yeah, in the league alone, he scored 9 goals. So, but he scored
nine goals is nothing, innit? Fucking Matteus Nunes got 8 goals.
Yeah, but wait, let me look up these statistics further at Slovenia. 9 goals in I believe 27 games is a lot better than this season.
Forest lost, by the way.
Forest lost?
Yeah, Everton won 1-0.
Oh dear. I guess that's good for us. How much are they ahead of us?
They scored in the last minute, Dokore.
They're only 2 points ahead of us, but I don't think we'll catch up to them. Catch up to them. But yeah, right now we're in Champions League. Chelsea have a game in hand, of course. Newcastle have 2 games in hand.
But Newcastle got like Leicester and what? I think they're playing tomorrow, Man United. I think they'll slap them, and their game in hand is against Leicester, and is their ground, so they probably slap Leicester.
Yeah. So last season, Savinho got 11 goals in 41 games for Girona. 11 goals in 41 games. That's 1 goal every 4 games.
Yeah.
But he was going through 1-on-1. That's the difference. He was going through 1-on-1. But when he's in a 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, he tends to score. But for the rest, it's tough.
Listen,
and he's not going to get to 1-on-1s at Man City, let's be honest.
No, he's been getting like 1v1 this season. He's just not putting the back of the net. Let's face it. How many chances missed this season? A lot. At the end of the day, when you play for a big club, it's a bit different because you have to score. Because all eyes are on you, and you got to score. It's just simple as that. Because you need to remember, even Erling Haaland was viewed as one of the best striker in Europe. If he doesn't score, people criticize him a lot, talking he's a League 2 type of striker. You need to remember that when you don't score, as an attacking player, people are going to be on your back.
Yeah. Savinho tries too hard to score here from chat. I agree. Sometimes he tries too hard. Sometimes he tries too hard to score and messes up doing so.
As I say, just pick a corner.
Yeah, he overthinks.
Why is it every time he's trying to go so low? Why? Just pick a corner.
You know what as well, yeah? So sometimes he either goes very low and it's he always puts it wide somehow, or he tries to put it in top bins. He always tries to put it top bins as well, and then he skies it. Like he never tries to just. He doesn't pick a corner. He tries to
chill. He's not Riyad Mahrez. He needs to chill.
He needs to chill. That's exactly it. He needs to chill, and he needs to have composure at the goal as well. Doku the same, by the way. He's so erratic, Doku. Both of them, they can't finish, though. They can't finish. But there's a difference. Doku at least gets a goal from outside of the box once in a while. For what it's worth.
Yeah. I mean, listen, overall, I think we played well. There was quite a lot of people being so negative on social media. I don't even know why. It's like, okay, listen.
Yeah.
Listen, Crystal Palace, last season, even at home, we drew 2-2. We were 2-0 up. Remember? We gave them a penalty and another goal. And in the 88th minute, when Bernardo Silva tried to, nutmeg someone and lost the ball. Kyle Walker gave away a penalty and we drew 2-2 that game. The season before, remember when we won the treble, we were 2-0 down.
Against Crystal Palace, yes.
Yeah. See?
And we won 4-2.
Yeah, and we came back. Listen, it's Crystal Palace. They always cause up as problem. I don't know this because this season we've been so shit. It's like every time we concede a goal, it's the end of the world. Pepe outs and whatnot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
chill, man.
This season we have not seen a mentality like that for a comeback at all this season.
Yeah.
This is the first time this season we've really seen that. Yeah. Like bottom of the game, arguably, but I think the bottom of the game. It's my thing. I think in the bottom of the game, Pep Guardiola changed the lineup and placed change the tactics, and that's why we won against Bournemouth, because Pep Guardiola changed how we were playing. Against Crystal Palace, he changed up in the second half, but in the first half, the players had already taken the game back into control. And then after that, the Crystal Palace players were spiraling out of control. So that's why I don't give credit to Pep for this game. And
you also need to remember, let's look at the last few games. The fact that we're coming back, even going up 1 or 2 goals down, and you're still coming back to win the game, is something positive. Because how many times this season we've been a goal down or 2 goals down, and we just look lost on the pitch.
Yeah, I think our mentality has improved a lot. But you know why our mentality has improved? Because we're now at the end of the season, and these players are clicking into gear again. So that's why mentality is a lot better, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at Man City, always at the end of the season always looks a lot sharper. I think we look sharper right now, but that doesn't mean that everything's fixed yet, of course. But what I am happy about here is how De Bruyne looked. Just if De Bruyne is going to end his career at Man City, or if he's going to move to a different club, I want him to end it winning a trophy at Man City. This game showed me some hope that we may win the FA Cup, because I still think Aston Villa beats us in the final. I think we'll get past Forest. I think we'll get beat in the final by Villa. This game showed me.
We'll slap Villa.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think we'll slap Villa, but maybe we need to do a string for that when we get to the final, if we get to the final, because we still need to play Forest as well.
We will slap Villa. Shit, bro. Come on.
They're not far behind us, are they? I think they're 1 point behind us.
Nah, they're awful, bro. Come on. We're Man City. We've got to slap them. It's a Wembley. They haven't been to Wembley fucking donkeys, you know what I mean?
They were at Wembley to play us in the Carabao Cup final.
Nah, we're going to pull their punch down.
Have any of the Villa players ever been to Wembley, actually? Tielemans has. Ollie Watkins. That's about it. Rashford. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Bro, don't worry. Listen, if we get to the final, we're going to win it.
Yeah, we will see.
No. As long as he doesn't play fucking Bernardo Silva and fucking...
But that's the thing, he will play Bernardo Silva. In the final, he will play Silva.
I've had enough Bernardo Silva last season. I've told everyone. It's not good enough.
Yeah, I said that.
The only reason why not many people are on Bernardo Silva's back is because every time Bernardo Silva step on that pitch, people got a nostalgia. They think we're playing Real Madrid every single game. Yeah. Remember what the treble season, the 2 goals, they think they're going to get that performance every single game, but they see Bernardo on the pitch.
But you know what? Bernardo Silva in the treble season was already looking washed. But what he did in the treble season was he turned up in the big games. But outside of the big games in treble season, he wasn't good. And that's generally the first sign that a player is degrading. Because when a player doesn't become washed overnight, they start becoming worse and worse gradually. That was Bernardo Silva in treble season, but he still turned it up for the big games. In the 4-beat season, I said, man, this guy is done. This guy is done. We need to get him out now while we can still get money for him and bring in Olise. Because Olise wanted to come to Man City. He didn't say he wanted Man City specifically, but he wanted to come to Man City or the Bayern Munich, the first club that offered for him, basically. What we ended up doing is we said, okay, we'll keep Bernardo Silva, and Olise decided, okay, yeah, I'm going to Bayern Munich then. Which, if we had Olise this season instead of Bernardo Silva, imagine we don't have Bernardo Silva this season, and we instead have Olise. We would have been a lot more comfortably top 5.
I said it that summer. That summer, yeah, I said it. That summer, I think the day after we won the Champions League, just right the day after, I said it, go and get Barella.
Yeah, I would have loved Barella.
The way he bossed that midfield in the Champions League final was unreal. And I said, go and get that guy. During the summer, I said it, go and get Olise as well. If we get Olise and Barella, we sorted. We go into the next season, really sorted, because Mahrez was leaving. Yeah. Mm-hmm. and Gundogan was leaving. So you've got Barella as top replacement for Ilkay Gundogan rather than going for Matteus Nunes. And then you've got Olise in there, a Premier League proven, someone who's really quality.
You know where we made a mistake? You know where we made a mistake? When Gundogan left, we tried to go for Bellingham first, and then we tried to go for Rice. We should have never gone for Rice.
Listen, Bellingham is fine. Listen.
Yeah, I would have loved Bellingham. But if we didn't get Bellingham, we should not have gone for Rice. Because we always know these English players are going to get overpriced. Barella at Inter Milan would have been cheaper and better. Let's be honest. And but
50 mil.
This for a while
we would have got him.
I think a bit more, but we could have gotten him for way less than 100 million.
No, 50 mil. I'm talking pounds, yeah. That's 50
pounds.
Yeah. That's around like 60 odd million euros.
Yeah, 65 million euros. So yeah, 65 million euros.
That's sorted. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, I agree.
We paid more for Matteus Nunes, and we don't even trust him in the midfield. Listen, I'm Matteus Nunes' biggest fan. Don't get me wrong, but if he's not to play in midfield, then what's the point of buying him?
We bought him because he was a panic buy. But what I'm saying is, Barella, if right now, 2 best midfielders in the world without Rodri. I think Barella is, without Rodri because he's injured, I think Barella is generally one of the 2 best in the world.
Yeah, go and sign him. Oh, he doesn't want to live Inter. He doesn't want to go. No, you don't know that. You're trying shit. Yeah? Go and pay 75 mil. Put 75 mil on the table. Double his salary. Give him a flat in Manchester. Watch him come in. People don't talk about the bollocks. All this thing about players that don't want to come in. They don't know that. They chat a lot of shit. Because everyone now is an ITK in this fan base. They think they know everything. No, you don't know that. Stop chatting shit. Oh, he doesn't want to come in. Oh, he doesn't want to live Inter. No, you don't know that. Tonali left Inter Milan after won the title. AC Milan after won the title went to Newcastle. Yeah. Because they were offering more money. Yeah. Pay the 75. Pay if they ask him if you're smart enough, pay 75 million pounds. That's 80 odd million euros. Double his salary, yeah, and bring him to Manchester City. Watch him and tell him he doesn't want to come. What are we doing here?
You know the amount of players who leave Man City and say, "I want to go back to Man City." Gundogan, Ferran Torres, João Cancelo, but Pep didn't want him back. A lot of players leave Man City and want to come back. Other players see that. Players like Barella players leave Man City and now they want to go back. These players want to come to Man City. Now, if Real Madrid goes in for them, they'll go to Real Madrid over Man City most of the time. But Real Madrid was not in for Barella. We could have gotten Barella. I wanted Barella. I said in the summer we can still get Barella.
No, we can get Barella anytime. We can go to Inter Milan in the summer and get him.
I don't think we will. I think we can, but I don't think we will because we have.
No, we won't do it because he hasn't got the PR. This fan base, yeah, they infested with the PR. They need someone who's got more PR than fucking the whole PR company. Do you know what I mean?
That's
look at that guy from Lyon, Churchill, whatever his name is. That guy is absolute shit. But look at how many players are having a wank over him. Oh, we need to sign him. No, he's garbage.
I watched him only once. He played really well against United, but
no. The problem is the fan base don't watch these players. They watch YouTube highlights it, and they think they're good. They're not fucking good. They're shit. You need to sit down. Actually, genuinely, you need to sit down. Yeah, go and watch him. Let me just Google. Yeah, let's Google. What's League One? Yeah. Whatever, Lyon. Who are they playing next? Yeah, Lyon FC. Whatever. Fuck me. Yeah,
I've only watched tomorrow.
They're playing tomorrow. Alcheveria, whatever they call. Yeah, I want every single one who wants the executive guys sit down. Yeah, in their chair, put that game on and watch it for 90 minutes and tell me that player is good. Because there's no point of you going to YouTube, watching YouTube highlights or going next, waiting until someone put a clips. 3-second clips, him nutmegging someone and think, oh my god, unbelievable, signing me up. What's that all about?
Yeah, people do this a lot with the Belgian league. Like, I watched the Belgian league all my life, and you know how often I see like special talent from Belgian league pop up.
I've had enough of these people. Honestly.
Yeah. Like, you see how many people onto the Ketelaren? Charlotte de Ketelaren. CDK.
Which one?
CDK. Charlotte de Ketelaren.
No. What happened to Nipam or Nipem, whatever his name is, the Norwegian fella?
Nippon. He disappeared.
He was all over. Remember, January transfer window. He was all over the social media. Fabrizio Romano posts him left, right, and center. Why is Fabrizio not posting him anymore?
Because he's not getting paid to.
Every single one of them, they were on their knees for them.
Yeah,
oh my God, Wonder Kid, unbelievable. Why is no one talking about this Wonder Kid to go and get them anymore? No, I'll tell you why. Because you guys don't watch them. Don't watch these kids. You wait for highlights. If it's someone who share the highlights on YouTube, will get thousands of likes, and you think that the play is good. You don't watch this play. The guy hasn't even played any professional football.
Does he not? That's shocking.
It's shit.
That is shocking. Bro. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I only got 2 more minutes, bro. We need to wrap this up.
Yeah, we can wrap this up right now. Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, listen, stop being so. The fan base needs to stop being so negative. We won the football match. We won 5-2. We scored. When was the last time we scored 5 goals in a game?
Last year. Last season.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, excluding like relegation clubs last season.
We might end up finishing 3rd.
We won't. I think Newcastle is winning every game from now until the end of the season, because they are actually just looking very good after that got a backup run. And we all know, after you win a trophy, confidence is high in it. So, but we can still get top 4.
We have to win the FA Cup. Yeah, we have to win the FA Cup.
We have to. But anyhow, yeah, I agree, by the way. People need to stop talking about players they haven't watched. I've watched Jetty once. That is not enough. Just watching him once is not enough. You need to watch these players at least 10 games, at least.
Yeah.
And that's bare minimum.
It's the same with the Verts things, yeah? I've never seen Verts, yeah?
Oh, I have. I'm a journey. I watch Verts a lot.
No, first time I watched this guy Vert, because he was all over the social media last season. I watched him again in the Euros. He was he dropped a stinker in the Euros, yeah? And I decided to watch him properly when Leverkusen play Inter, because I watch Inter quite a lot. Believe it or not, I decided, right, I'm gonna watch Inter because Inter. I like Inter. I like the way they play. I'm gonna watch Inter. So, and I kind of see this quality. The guy is quality. Don't get me wrong. He's trying to make things happen. Yada. But one game, one judgment on the play is I need to sit down and watch him. But most of these people that won't fit, they've never watched 90 minutes of him.
Yeah,
they've never done it.
Same with people.
They watch clips in there, 2 minutes there, highlight there. Oh my God, unbelievable. No, you need to sit down and fucking watch the game.
It's the same with people who want to the Ketelaren, because if you watch actual full 90 of him, you know, okay, he gets the old GA or head or there, but he's not a good player. At least not good enough for Man City. If you watch these players, consistently, multiple games, because every player will have a good game. A bad player can have a good game. People need to stop getting gassed about these players, but I am happy about the result, and so are you. So you have the goal now. Big up for coming on.
On that note, we wrap it up and we'll come back to the next day.
I will see you guys on the next one.
Come on, City.